These ideal features are associated with the beauty of a porcelain doll. After all, a living person cannot have such an appearance. However, the girl also had a recognized talent. Neither of these, however, brought her happiness. Before we go any further, please like, subscribe to the channel and click the bell so you don't miss a new video on the channel. Let's get started. Francis Farmer is not just a character, one of. He is a cultural phenomenon of the United States of the last century. Psychologically, the childhood of the youngest of 4 children, who was born in 1913, was difficult. The parents were on and off. In the end, Ernest and Lillian made the final decision to part. The family settled in Bremerton. The girl immersed herself in her studies, demonstrating an aptitude for journalism and art. After completing her studies, Frances decided to become an actress. She moved to New York and signed a 7-year contract with Paramount Pictures. Her first film, Too Many Parents, proved successful and was favorably received by the public and critics alike. Then came Rhythm on a Steeplechase, Come and Own It. At the same time, Frances arranged her personal life and married her colleague Leif Erikson. Everything seems to be perfect in life. But whether the woman struck by celebrity illness, or affected by other factors, but she began to scandalize the directors and colleagues, believing that she is deliberately pushed, tucking the same type of role, to prevent the full disclosure. In an effort to change the picture, she moved to the East Coast of the United States and meets popular playwright Clifford Odetsum. They have a heated romance, and the man promotes Frances already on the theatrical stage. But both were married, the relationship quickly fizzled out. And when the theater administration replaced Farmer with another actress, she sank into the abyss of depression. She began to have nervous breakdowns. And if at first the studio after her return to the main role, then in 1940 this practice was abandoned because of the state of women. And then completely terminated her contract. At the same time, and the collapse of her marriage with Leif. The woman seeks solace in a bottle. A couple of years later, Frances gets probation for drunk driving. This is followed by a real one for fighting. An influential relative gets the woman out of jail by insisting on a psychiatric evaluation. And for good reason, the examination revealed bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. At the time, treatment methods for mental illness were far from humane. She was periodically put in a medically induced coma for almost a year. During a period of brief lucidity, the patient escapes. The actress' mother sued the hospital and took custody of her daughter. But Farmer soon begins to show aggression again, getting into fights, throwing herself at Lillian herself. Eventually, Frances was admitted to a clinic in the capital city, where patients were subjected to no less savage techniques: shock electrotherapy, straitjackets, ice baths for hours on end. As a result, she was discharged and declared healthy. She never returned home to the people who had condemned her to torture. She wandered through the cities, clinging to street musicians. As a result, in California, the former star was arrested for vagrancy. And again a psychiatric hospital. The methods of which divided the celebrity's life into before and after. She underwent a transorbital lobotomy, which did not cure, but permanently crippled the woman's mind and consciousness. The attacks of aggression stopped. 5 years later, Frances left the mournful walls. She took a job at a hotel as a laundress. And then she was even able to return to acting, getting several roles in the theater. In 1958, Screens Out Farmer appeared on television show, which the audience took with enthusiasm, still remembering the girl of dazzling beauty. But, apparently, affected the stress of work, and the outbursts of aggression returned. Because of the fits of insanity, her last lover left her, and friends and family broke off relations. After her death at the age of 56 from cancer, only a few friends came to say goodbye to one of Hollywood's brightest stars. Several years later, with the support of one of them, a biography of the actress based on her memories and writings, Will Morning Ever Come, was published. The description of the horrors of her stay in a mental institution caused society to reconsider the woman's fate. Frances' story was the subject of 2 films, Frances, starring Jessica Lange, and Is There Ever a Morning? Other stars also later paid tribute to her talent and difficult destiny. Rock musician Kurt Cobain dedicated a song to the actress and named his daughter after her, and French singer Mylène Gaultier took the name Frances as her pseudonym, thus paying tribute to a talented woman with a difficult fate. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to share your thoughts with me, click like and subscribe. See you next time.